the moment King Charles was once shot at on stage, just like Donald Trump. The royal, who reportedly has written to the former president following the attack, was making a speech on Australia Day in 1994 when he was fired at in Sydney. When shots rang out at Donald Trump's Pennsylvania rally on Saturday 13th of July, many thought it was the sound of a car backfiring. Until the former president hit the ground behind his podium, with the Secret Service running onto the stage to cover him. A bullet, shot by gunman Thomas Matthew Crooks, had grazed Trump's right ear. As his security team rushed him to safety, he could be seen pumping his fist. An apparent rallying gesture to the crowd. The energy coming from the people there in that moment, they just stood there. It's hard to describe what that felt like, but I knew the world was looking, Donald Trump told the Washington Examiner after the incident. I knew that history would judge this, and I knew I had to let them know we are okay. The attack left another 2 spectators critically injured, and a third lost his life to Crooks' shots. Of all people, King Charles must have known just how the Republican nominee felt at that moment, because 3 decades ago, the royal survived his own assassination attempt in Australia. The former Prince of Wales was giving an Australia Day speech at Tumbalong Park in Sydney in 1994 when David Kang, a 23-year-old student, jumped a small fence at the front of the stage, firing a shot with his pistol as he rushed towards the royal. He was wrestled to the ground by police, but not before he crashed into the prince's lectern as he fired a second shot. Charles, who was unhurt, was shielded by his bodyguards as he was hurried off the stage. Many remarked on how calm he was under fire, with Ian Kiernan, one of those who tackled Kang after the attack, describing the royal as fantastic, cool as a cucumber. Videos of the scuffle even show Charles adjusting his cufflinks, as Kang is wrestled to the ground. His control in the circumstances, I think, reflected the professional attitude that he has, said the then Australian Prime Minister Paul Keating. At the time, Prince Charles is a good friend of this country and he should be treated with the respect and dignity that a good friend deserves. Keating was keen to stress that the attack was not an assassination attempt but a political demonstration, a view that Kang confirmed, saying that he was protesting the treatment of Cambodian asylum seekers held in Australian detention camps. Sentenced to 500 hours of community service, Kang has since said that he has moved on with his life, and is now a barrister living in Sydney. While he may have seemed calm and composed under gunfire, the king was perhaps more affected by the incident than he indicated at the time. Indeed, he was moved enough to write a personal letter to Trump, in which he reportedly condemned gun violence, wished a speedy recovery to all those included in the incident and expressed his condolences to those it left bereaved. No doubt the presidential hopeful will be taking comfort in the words of a man who can offer not just sympathy, but empathy, too.